Hello and welcome to a quick overview video of the brand new animal spotlight of the African leopard. And I will roll the video first and then we're going to go into some details I want to quickly talk about. As I'm on holiday, that's going to be a short one, so let's roll the video and enjoy the rest.
Meet the African leopard, the stealthy superstar of the savannah. Their golden coats and iconic rose-shaped spots help them move undetected through their environment. When you do catch a glimpse, it's a moment you won't forget. In zoos, a well-designed habitat will support the leopard's welfare in various ways, such as providing enrichment to encourage their natural behaviors. These big cats are incredibly gifted climbers, so providing well-placed platforms gives your guests a chance to witness this breathtaking skill up close. In the Great Rift Valley Reserve, leopards are able to thrive in multiple ecosystems, such as dense forests or even wetlands. And unlike lions, they typically live a more solitary life, unless they have little ones in tow. By establishing and tending to these natural spaces, you will be able to help your animals thrive out in the wilderness they call home.
Alright, back we are at the beginning of the video, and the first thing I want to point out is nothing to do with the animal itself, but it has to do with the overall looks. I don't know what exactly happened, but I have the feeling that they seem to have switched on the next branch, I guess. You know, the first videos we've seen already saw they looked amazing, but that one in particular over here looks even more crisp and crazy high detail on the textures, specifically about the rocks and all the details on the ground. We'll get to that in a minute, but that also would go along with the recently released images of the 7 new animals, including the artwork. And I want you to have a look at that image, which is on Steam as well as on the Zoopedia. There is some rock work alongside the burrow of the artwork, and that looks incredible. And so just seeing that frame over here gives me similar vibes, and also all these kind of different brushes seemingly that have created the very lush environment over here just looks fantastic. But let's go to the main star of today's video, the African leopard. And not only is this view over here incredible, that shot over here is incredible, but the placement of the limbs and of the different body parts in relation to the tree is just, in my opinion, something incredible. So much better than the first game. The lighting on that one particularly looks phenomenal. The fur, everything, the model, just like 10 times better than any cat in the first game. Really pleased by that. But moving on, again, I could obsess about everything in here, specifically this view where you can see the ripples in the water created by the legs moving through here, but also it seems like the stones are somewhat wet as well. If they do get a wet layer when they're in water, that would be absurd as well, but it just kind of looks like this. But yeah, moving on, we've got some really cool shots over here also with the animations. We've seen most of this with the other big cats, so I don't want to go too deep into that, as this very quickly became already known and almost like normal. But yeah, also sharing some of the animations. Obviously we've seen that one with the other cats as well, but like very much enjoy that. What we also see is that the movement itself looks somewhat different from the lion and also the tiger. So that is certainly something I have recognized that the first game didn't do. Most big cats walked exactly the same, but in this game you can definitely tell that the tiger, the lion, and also now the leopard, they do walk somewhat differently though. I must admit though, from the shape of it, it could also be a cheetah, but like it depends on how the cheetah is done. We have to compare again, but I like the fact that they seem to have unique walking animations now as well. Love that little puddle over here. But in a minute you can see another shot in that wildlife reserve, which gives away another fantastic view on the improved textures. But also, if you want to watch some of the wooden textures on here, on these wooden pieces, and specifically because these wooden pieces seem to be the same as in the first game, they seem to be the same kind of pieces, you can see how much improved the shaders and the textures are. Really nice. But one thing in particular now, also have a look at how the leg moves when it lies down, just so accurately alongside that pillar, really taken into consideration how thick the beam actually is, and remembering in the first game how much glitching was appearing over there. I really like how that is looking. Really do like that. Also, it seems like we have a couple of different lying animations, because you can see both legs are now hanging down, while in, I think, the first frame over here, that at least was a bit of a different one. Oh no, that could actually be the same kind of posture. But yeah, what kind of caught my attention is obviously the way it climbed down over here. That is totally new and unique. It's such a unique climbing behavior of big cats, obviously, but also of the leopard. And when they just have that in mind, when they do climb down from some trees and like wildlife documentaries, that is just exactly how I imagine that. Completely new behavior. Again, one of the things that symbol how much the climbing overall has been improved. It just looks so dramatically better than anything we've seen in the first game. And yeah, the wooden texture is just beyond incredible. And if we move on, this is now a shot from the wildlife reserve, which is where it's getting a bit spicy in a bit, because I think there is a bit of a nice hidden well, maybe not so hidden, but like there's a hint in here, let's say. Love the fact how they also lie down on normal trees. As we were told, they will be able to lie down on most of all the trees. Like we've heard that in many videos already, that climbing is not restrained to certain individual pieces. It will be most of the trees will be climbable, and most of the pieces will be climbable, which is incredible. But also seeing them share the habitat in the wildlife reserves is a question now being answered, because people have been questioning how is that going to go. Is there going to be predators and other animals being together in the wildlife reserves? And would have been weird if not, but now we have confirmation that they do share the habitats indeed. But also how the leopard is solitary and moves along mostly alone, and as you can see, other animals like lions, for example, will be in a pride, will share that as a group. And yeah, it's kind of great to see how they also keep a bit of a distance here to not be in their, well, as it seems like, area. And then you can see some other animals running around here, some wildebeest, and which potentially could be some food running around, you know, some fast food in the background. They will do share some areas together if they have babies, so you can see that as potentially the mother with its child. And then we can see another shot, and this potentially is hinting at actual predation and hunting. The way she sits down over here and the way she looks at that water area is really the kind of posture you see when these animals are looking for food, when they're looking for prey. And I'm really curious to see how that is being realized in the game, because there is no way they don't do it. I mean, we had already kind of predation in the first game without any animations, but honestly though, I would love to see actual animations of a leopard hunting down a small hippo, or like a wildebeest, or like a zebra or something like that. This is just how the real life world would be, and in a wildlife reserve that would happen. So why not? And I would love to see that. Also, this is where I wanted to mention the textures on the ground. Oh my god, look at how good this looks. Yeah, fantastic little animal spotlight that, in my opinion, gives away way more than it first seemed like. But yeah, I'm very positively surprised. This is a fantastic overview. Can't wait for more. But now, as I'm holidays, I'm gonna keep that short. Thank you so much for watching. As always, you can help me out the most now, making my holidays even better by liking, subscribing, and hyping this video. Thanks for all the help. And there's another video coming today, which is not Planet Zoo, but I would really love if you guys tune in for that one too. It's a first look, and it's gonna be really cool. So yeah, make sure to tune in for that one. Should be in about an hour. So enjoy yourselves, have a good time, and talk to you very soon.